So what I've done is I've kind of collected all the stories of my life. So all my drinking stories in one chapter, all my dog stories in another chapter, all my New York stories, Irish stories, work stories, and put them together. So it is kind of the story of my life, but told through these things that I really like.
Are you saying that you don't really like drink as much as it may come across because they are all in the one chapter?
Listen, this is the awful thing, Eamon. So, you know, no one has a story that begins, last night I was so sober, I... Right. But most people do have a few stories. I'm 51. I have a lot of those stories. And when I put them all together in a chapter, by the end of it, you're thinking, oh my God! I can't. Like, no, I really was like, I can't put another story in. This is, and also it's that thing too that what's funny and cute when you're 20. You know, if you fall out of a club when you're 20, it's hilarious. When you're doing it when you're 50, it's a bit tragic. So it was seriously, it was a bit of a wake-up call. By the end of the chapter, I was kind of going, this isn't a good look for someone my age.
And have you ever had friends or people close to you going, Graham, maybe just a little bit too much?
I have.
And you just went, don't be boring.
Well. Yes, a little bit. And also because, you know, it's not like I'm roaring drunk every night. My poor mother read the extracts in the papers. I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep. And it's like, Mom, you know me. You've spent months with me. You know that that isn't my life. But, you know, but as you say, when you put them all together, it's a bit of a ooh.
And when you looked at it and you put it together and you went, ooh, you have decided to do something about it? You have decided to take yourself in check, or...?
Well, about, I don't know how many years ago, maybe a couple of years ago, I brought in a new rule in Chateau Norton that I wouldn't drink by myself.
Yes.
So now I invite people around every day.
A lot of new friends.
No. I don't drink by myself. So I'm at home watching television. I wouldn't have a...
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
You're a very funny man. You're a very good company, but you're a very smart man as well.
All right, if you say so.
I do think you're a very, very smart man. And I wonder, do you ever have the urge, sometimes on the show, just to sit down and talk to somebody seriously for 10 minutes?
You know what? Sometimes you do, because they have an amazing story to tell. But I think there are other shows that do that better. That's not what our show's about.
Name one.
Newsnight. There you go. It's on opposite us. Seriously, if you want a serious chat, just do that. You'll have one. No, it'll be very interesting tonight, and I hope they leave it in because it was fascinating. Timothy Spall, you know, the actor Timothy Spall was on, and he's just winning all these awards for this movie, Mr. Turner, where he plays the painter. And he was like, 18 years ago, when Mike Leigh was winning all the awards for Secrets and Lies, he'd been given 3 days to live.
Yeah.
And it's an extraordinary story that here he is, you know, that was it, he was checking out. And 18 years later, he's still here. And it transformed his life. And and the audience in the studio, they were thinking, well, this isn't funny, but actually it is really interesting. So it was one of the rare moments where we got, we got a kind of serious story.
I suppose in some ways you don't want people getting too serious because people tune into your show, you know what you're going to get. You know
it's the end of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've had a long week.
You and me are different. I'm more cerebral than you.
Yes,
you know,
I like...
she likes you arsing around. She loves all
You're
that.
itching for Newsnight, aren't you? Ruth, can we not see what's on Newsnight? Can we not have Ruth, please?
But this show changed your life, didn't it? You've been doing this show for many years now.
Quite a long time now, since 96, I think, or 90, yeah, I think 96. Okay. So it's a long old time. And, you know, I never thought it would last this long, that I'd still be doing it. Because if someone had told me back then, for any job, that I'd be doing any job for, you know, 18, 20 years, I thought, that's crazy.